Hi everyone, I am Varda Sharma, Editor-in-Chief, Stree News, an online publication that showcases women-led initiatives from across the globe. As you are aware, we have started a series of discussion on various skin problems that we face in the different phases of our life. So the next topic that we are going to discuss is skin care in summer. We have with us Dr. Jaishree Sharad, who is a well-known celebrity dermatologist. She is also the author of bestsellers, Skin Rules and Skin Talks, and she's the director and medical director and founder of Skinfinity, aesthetic skin and laser clinic in Mumbai. Welcome, Dr. Jaishree, once again. And the topic today that we are going to discuss is skin care in summer. As we know, summer takes a toll on our skin. No matter how much we try, it's the heat, the scorching heat, the pollution, humidity, and the constant perspiration tends to take the natural glow from our skin. So first of all, I would like to know what can be the basic skincare routine that we can follow during summer.
That's very true. In summer, summer can really play havoc on your skin. So first of all, a good cleansing is very important. So do not forget to take a proper shower twice a day. That's something that I will advise. So in the morning, after you've done your, taken your shower, dry yourself properly, and in all the body folds, be it your underarms, your folds, the web spaces between your fingers, toes, in the groin area, in females just under the breast, you must use a dusting powder, an antifungal powder. It's available as Candid, Absorb, you must have heard these names. You must use them because these are the areas where fungus can grow because of sweat. Alright, so that's the first thing. And then when you're out, you have to use a moisturizer with which is more water-based, and do not forget to use a sunscreen. Okay, right? So a sunscreen is a must because it's more hot, and even that 5 minutes of exposure outdoors can cause a lot of damage to your skin. So that is important. And we forget to hydrate ourselves, and we are constantly perspiring and we're losing a lot of water. So it's important to drink a lot of water. Do not have aerated drinks and teas and coffees, but instead of that have more buttermilk and fresh juices. But do not have those salads and cut fruits which are available on the streets. A lot of times, because we say you can have salads and juices, you just go and whatever is there on the streets, that's very, very unhygienic, will give you a lot of infection. So that's something that you must avoid. Have whatever is there at home, wash on that. And you can have lime water, you can have tender coconut water. These are very good because they will improve the electrolytes in your body, so you don't get dehydrated and the skin will remain glowy and radiant.
What are the common problems that we encounter faced during summer?
See, first of all, as I said, fungal infections are very, very common, and across all age groups it happens because of sweat. Boils, those pus-filled boils, because the hair follicle gets infected, so you get a lot of boils on the body. Then there is prickly heat, which is very common. So you get a lot of prickly heat either on the face, on the back, on the shoulders. It's very common. Then you have lice increase in people who have longer hair, and if the hair hygiene is not good, so that happens. Smelly feet, because again of an yeast infection, because of sweat in the soles of the feet. So that is very common. And then of course acne.
Yes.
Acne is something we just discussed last time, but that really will be on the rise in summer.
I see. And for
pigmentation also.
Okay.
Yeah. Pigmentation increases if you have outdoor activities. Some people, even if it's summer, do not have the leisure like us of sitting indoors in the AC and working. They still have outdoor activity, so pigmentation in them becomes very common.
So what do we do for that? Like to avoid pigmentation or to avoid really tanning?
Yes. So what happens is, if you want to avoid tans and pigmentation, number one is sun protection. So how do you do this? physical methods, that is wide rimmed hats, okay, scarves and bandanas, glasses. You can put on your sleeve glasses so your the area around the eyes is protected. And then of course try and cover yourself fully. Don't wear blacks, wear lighter colors because black will absorb the heat. So lighter colors, but like something which is full. And cotton, do not wear these synthetic clothes because again cotton will reflect the light rather than absorbing it. So these are important. And then finally sunscreens. Now when we talk of sunscreens, the quantity that people apply will be this much.
Right.
Please, in summers, of course, you have to use stuff which is more waterproof, water resistant, and your sunscreen has to be 2 fingers. That's the quantity of sunscreen that you must use from here to here. Okay, and people don't do that. Also, choose a sunscreen which is UVA and UVB protected. So SPF of 20 is enough.
I see.
Okay.
Because that is also a common myth that it should go to 50 and something.
Yes. So a lot of sunscreens these days are available as 50. It doesn't really matter. SPF is a measure of ultraviolet B. Okay. And Indians should not get worried too much about ultraviolet B because we do not get skin cancer. Alright. What we need to worry about is ultraviolet A. So we need to look at the parameter, not SPF but PA.
I see.
Okay. PA. PA plus means it's a great sunscreen for Indian skin.
I see.
Okay. So that is something that people don't know. They feel 100 SPF is great. No, it's not going to work. Another thing about sunscreens is that even the best one that is available will last for only about 2 to 3 hours on your skin. Okay. So the efficacy goes after 2 to 3 hours. So you have to reapply the sunscreen. So if you're going to be outdoors, or say you applied it at 8 o'clock, gone to work, and then at 12 you feel like just going out, you want to take a little detour, you want to take a little lunchtime off, you have to reapply the sunscreen, which people don't do.
You have to carry one.
You have to carry one in your purse, you keep one in your office, because every time you go outdoors, if it's over 2 to 3 hours that you've applied your sunscreen, you have to reapply.
I see.
That's important. Then what happens is, another thing that is available nowadays, we have the luxury of getting oral sunscreens. Okay, so it's not UVA and UVB. You also have to be protected from visible light, from computer light, from infrared rays, and the gas, the flames. So in such cases, have a lot of vitamin C, have a lot of vitamin E, and there are specific oral sunscreens containing polypodium leucotomus. That's there in my book.
Okay.
And you can buy it in, it's there at the chemists. You have them, they work as oral sunscreens.
I see.
So all the brightly colored fruits, the peppers, the berries, all of them, carrots, beetroot, these are all oral sunscreens.
And how often do we need to take, vitamins and because we are not sure how much, one needs to consume. So we just pop it up. Is it?
So in summer, a combination of C and E during those 3 months is great. Okay, but it has to be a combination of C and E. E by itself or C by itself will not work as an oral sunscreen. So the combination. Now when it comes to B complex, it is better that you take a 3-month long B complex and then give a break of a month. When it comes to omega-3, you can take omega-3 easily for up to 6 months. And all ladies who have crossed 40 must take omega-3.
I see.
Yes.
And how is it available? In what name?
It's available as Primosa and those fish oils, cod liver oils. They are very good. So
and what about vitamin C and E? Is it in a combination do we get, or do we have to take it separately?
You get it separately. They are all available easily. You should take them. And A is something which you should not overdose. Okay. Remember, you have to give those breaks. So I always say take for 3 months, break for a month. Unless you have a problem.
When we talked about moisturizer, so what is the best moisturizer that one can use during summer?
So again, there is no one such moisturizer because everybody has different skin. So if people have dry skin, they will have to use a squalene based moisturizer. If they have oily skin, then use something which is lighter, something which has hyaluronic acid in it. Okay, so look for that. And for normal skin, something which has cocoa butter, vitamin E is enough. So you have to choose your moisturizers. But typically, in the day when you want to moisturize, you would rather look for a water-based moisturizer. And in the market, you get water-based moisturizers.
We do get something like aloe vera gel also.
It's
That is
fantastic.
enough?
It's more than enough.
I see. Okay.
Aloe vera gel in summers is great. If you have very dry skin, then at night you can apply all the oils. You can apply olive oil, almond oil, coconut oil. They're good moisturizers.
Right. And we mostly talk about our face and our hands, but we neglect our feet. So what will be the best feet care that we need to take during summer, especially?
So the first thing is that once in a week you should be doing a pedicure at home. Okay, and how do you do that? You take a bucket of lukewarm water and soak your feet in that water. Just add like a cap full of oil, not soap.
I see.
Okay, and then soak your feet in that for about 5 minutes. Take a pumice stone and scrape the heel so all the dead skin comes off. Once you've done that, just rinse your feet again. Do not use really hot water. It has to be lukewarm. So once you finish that, you dab your skin, and on a slightly moist skin, you use a moisturizer. Okay. So for the feet, cocoa butter, shea butter are great. So use those. In the market, there are these very nice ones, Max Ridge, Venusia. So you can use those. And you have to moisturize your soles and the top of your feet. Now, when it comes to these spaces between the toes, as I mentioned, you have to use a candid powder or an absorb powder, any clotrimazole based dusting powder, because these are the areas where the fungus will grow. So you must use that. Another tip is, before you wear your shoes, you first of all wear only cotton socks, and before you're wearing closed shoes, you must dust some powder on the soles of your feet,
which we avoid.
We don't do that, so it's important to dust some powder on the soles and then slip in, because then what happens is, even if you sweat, that powder is there, it's absorbing it, and it takes care that you don't harbor fungus. Otherwise, closed shoes, dark environment with sweat, great for fungus to grow. Right? So that's something that you should do. Make sure your nails are well trimmed. It's not a great idea to keep longer toenails in summer. Longer fingernails you can still take care of, but longer toenails in summer is not a great idea at all. So that's how you take care of your feet.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jaishree. It was really a pleasure talking to you, and as I said, we can just show the viewers
Skin Rules. It's a bestseller now, available at Amazon.com, Flipkart.com, Crosswords, and Oxford Bookstore, all the bookstores.
And what does it tell us? I mean, what are the basic things
so,
that we can
this is a really quick fix. It has great tips on acne, pigmentation, anti-aging, how to know your skin type, how to buy products easily from the market, not get confused with all these thousands of products that are available. So it'll give you all those tips.
Thank you so much, Dr.
You're welcome.
Thank you.